for those of you that have not met Kumu, she is one of the senior instructors in Kaihewalu Lua. Met her through the limbs and the family of martial arts there, and she was kind enough to come out and be a part of Gathering of Eagles, and got the Woman of the Year award, as I recall.
Yes.
Yeah. So she's awful nice, but she beat the hell out of Shihan Rowland, which was great. Great. You gave
Confirmed.
You gave us one of the funniest. You gave us one of the funniest lines ever. From
what was that?
Well, you reached down and you hit him in the groin, and you're like, "Oh, you're not wearing a cup." Wham! So we've been laughing at that for years.
Roland, you know I love you, Roland.
I remember. It was good. It was good.
Yeah, too much love. Too much love. All right. So, Kumu, do you want to give us a little bit of your history and background and tell us what you're going to be doing with us today?
Oh, sure. I don't like to talk about myself, but I think it's relevant if I'm standing here showing you some things. Disciple of Olohe Solomon Kaihewalu late as of last July. Have been honored to be accepted into a mentorship with the Ken lineage with Olohe Jerry Walker, as well as the Nui Eva lineage with Bruce Kealani, Olohe Bruce Kealani. And also studying now and have been the divine feminine of the ancient female feminine energy of the Hawaiian culture with Kumu Lucia Taralo. Recently, pretty excited. I know that I have Koa Rochelle here with us, and we it's been kind of interesting what's going on in the martial world, and it's really been time, and I've been strongly encouraged to teach only women. So we have an all women's division now called Kakoa Wahine, and we're growing word of mouth. I haven't even announced it yet, but it encompasses all of these things. While Kaihewalu Lua is the base, we're also incorporating the hula, which you'll do today with me. We'll be converting some of the movements of animals and nature into actual Lua strikes. But it also encompasses the Ken lineage through Olohe Walker, the Nui Eva lineage, and then the ancient feminine. So it's a much different type of program than what the Kane, the men would study, because we learn differently. We shadow differently. We absorb things differently. So it is truly now an all women's martial arts, that division. And then there's a division for the men who want to learn the techniques, which are of good character. And you know, that is always first and foremost. You can't be a hothead or I won't teach you anything. So, you know, we're back to the screening process. Anyway, today we're going to go over more of the wrist movements. So more of the Naya, which Olohe called the Mahi Mahi, which is that movement in the wrist. This is that strike, right, with this bone. We're going to be doing that. I have Bob out and also the flex bag. I wanted to show you anything we do with our arms. It is the shoulder moving, the elbow, and the energy is coming out, as well as anything propelling forward, whether it's a punch or it's a spear, vertical, anything that we throw, it's the elbow that's pushing it out. It's not the hand that's pulling. So to remember that, propelling forward, that pushing forward, almost like a mid-engine or rear-engine car, okay? It's not pulling from the front. The engine's not in the front, it's in the back, and that's the best way I can describe it. Moving those same, the wrists in the same movement, we're gonna use, I'm gonna piggyback off of Great Grandmaster Stephen Hayes earlier with the short bow. We call it the ko'oko'o. That's also the name of a cane, also in Hawaiian in our weaponry. So if you have that handy from earlier today, if you could go ahead and grab your short bow or jo, whatever you call it in your art, that would be great. I'm also going to go over, we're going to use Bob to show the different strikes, but we're going to be moving in and out of feminine and masculine energy. Now, I was watching Shihan Rowland, you know, very strong, very precise, very, you know, executing, action, energy. And we talk about this in Kakoa Wahine to alternate between the two, that most don't think that martial arts has a feminine energy, that, you know, what the heck do you think the setup is then? So we balance each other, and even in physics, you can't have one without the other. So we're going to be alternating between Hina, the feminine, and Ku, the masculine. So if, as an example, if I ask you to show, let's just do the pea. Okay, so this is, right, this would be the pea, right, in Lua. Inhale, exhale. Okay, so if we were to do it now in Hina, switching to Ku, so switching to Bob, precise, feel that energy come up. So that's the difference. So when we're moving in hula, we can still do this. So I'm going to teach you the kaholo, I'm going to teach you the hela, and there's more movements than that, but we're going to be doing movements and throwing weapons with our arms while we're moving. And this is going to be a challenge for some of you because you're so used to being static, right? Just staying static, maybe shifting, maybe bringing a knee up, coming around with a kick, that's different. But if I'm asking the man to do something different than the woman and the kids and the timing is off, it can get really difficult to try to get your bearings, and it takes practice, but this is what makes us complete warriors. So first, let's go over the kaholo. The kaholo is a step together, step touch. You can go ahead and mirror me. We're gonna step this way, step, and then we're gonna tap, tap, and step together, step, and tap, and step together, step, and tap, and step together, step, and tap. That is the kaholo. The hela is really quite simple. I'm going to turn to the side to show you. We always lower, whether it's hula or lua, and one leg comes out. It's not a this, it's a slide out. And then it comes back and it slides out. And that is the hela. And so you can see about 90% of our weight is on our back leg. This is very important for kicks. This is also the popoki stance, sliding, which I know most of us have in our art, the cat stance. Right? And notice it's not like this. If you're tight, you better work your stuff, because what I see out there is pretty sad. Sure, you know technique number 725, but you are so inflexible and tight that there's no fitness level there. Especially as we reach, higher mileage and the hours and thousands of hours that we train. It's really, really important for us to understand, to be in the hina more, right? The internal, the breath, the flow versus the 24/7. I mean, most of us have had surgery. I have. And so it's really about balancing us out internally, not just our world. So we're going to do kaholo, step together, step touch, and step together, step touch. And then we're going to do hela, and we're going to sink, and we're going to sink, and 2, and 3, and 4. Now, as far as the arms, we're going to leave them alone. I'm going to turn on some music. It's going to be non-Hawaiian, and it's going to be slower because, Shihan had you up here. I'm going to bring you down before we start really striking. So try to follow along. We're just going to do the male portion now. Step, step, please. Feel this loosen up. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to do some stomping too to feel that energy shift. Here we go. Nice and soft. No sound. Nice and light. Here we go now. What strong stomp. Chest up. Don't lean over. No sound now. Silent. Men, you can just do this. No hips. 2 more. We're gonna go straight into a hella with this leg. Here we go, hella right here. Nice and soft. Kaholo. Two more. Single hella for 4, then we're gonna double up. And 3. No bouncing. Here we go. Double. Slide your foot. Slide it out. Slide. Touch. Slide. Single here. And kaholo, please. And. Good. Stopping. Four more. Exhale. Whoo. Hina. Inhale, exhale. Hella. Low. Double. Keep it low. Follow me now. Out, up, down, together. Out, straight leg, down, together. Don't bend that knee. Woohoo! Good job, Kaholo, relax. Woo! Put your arms out. Up. One more. Up, open that chest. Good, here we go, follow me. Ready, now, Ku, strong. Good, relax. Nice and hina. Close it out. Inhale and exhale. Good, everybody. Does anyone have any questions or comments at this time?
So Kumu,
Yes.
the strikes that we were just doing, which Hawaiian animal is that correlating to?
Okay, this is the pea. This is the bear.
Okay.
I talked about the dolphin. We didn't really do that just yet. That is this movement. We'll do that now. That's the wahine. We were doing the kane, which is the bottom half, just a moment ago. And we will go over, I'm going to show you the poi balls, the kane, and also, like we said, we'll work with the short bow. So it's about our general energetic body, right? It's not just, what we do is not just physical. It's supposed to be the combination of mind, body, spirit, but we hear that so much that we're desensitized to it. What does that mean? So, you know, when we get in a fight, it's not really going to be logical. We're going to have to rely on our intuition. And if we don't rely on that, we don't know how we're triggered, we don't know how to deal with the fear when that happens, dojo etiquette goes down the toilet. So, muscle memory, like we talk about, to train 1,000,000, 100,000, gazillion, as my grandsons would say, gazillion times. And, you know, you just can't take a quick workshop and know it. And dojo sometimes isn't really self-defense. So, you know, we know what is good for the history and why we study certain things and what certain movements mean. And we have that context, but to the application, like, you know, Grandmaster Chamberlain was talking about, it's, you know, it's hard to master that when we don't have a contact person. So we're going to go over the short bow. We're going to work that into a hula tube. We're also going to do some striking. So if you have a partner, that's awesome. Like Taryn, I see you have a partner. That's so beneficial. But if you don't, you know, shadow boxing is always good too. So that'll be cooled down, but yet warmed up. Simple poi ball. If you look at my wrist, it's not the arm. It's not the arm that's doing this. It's the wrist that's moving. So again, this is the keiki, the kids, and these are the mo'opuna, the grandchildren. Both of those are working together right now. This movement, then, if I stick a poi ball, and that's the same movement. It's just the wrist. My elbow stays close in, like a lot of our strikes, especially us women, keeping our elbows in closer to make those strikes. So we can take advantage of the timing and the positioning and the release of our power against brute strength. So if you notice that wrist movement, now that's more performance. This would be a ka'ane, the strangling cord, same movement. I'll shorten it so you can see. Same movement, right? So using this, bringing it in front of us, making sure, so using 9 and 3, and then 12 and 6 around the body. So I would try this also with your charging cord. That's real life. We always have that with us. So also this would be that whipping motion. And we can't just do it with our arms. This is what I'm talking about as far as the mixture of the mind, body, and spirit. It's got to be that torque, right? That only comes from us being comfortable with hip movements and generating through our creation center. And this goes for men too. So it's this movement. This movement comes, and that's the explosion. I'm targeting our energy to come forward. So I'm going to turn on some more music. We're going to go through the dolphin. The dolphin is this. We're hitting with this bone. We can also hit with the outside of the bone, so you can feel that. And this is the sound. So no slapping. I want to hear that whenever you're hitting someone. So the dolphin can also be down the face. I'm going to demonstrate on Bob here for a second. Remember, elbows are not out. Elbows in, always guard, right? From here, we're going to propel forward, which is the kaholo, what we just did. Shift that, going 12 o'clock. This is our shuffle step. The kaholo is the shuffle step in Lua. Together and out, that brings us closer. For the dolphin and the bear, elbow comes down, bone strikes, and you hit down to the clavicle and even farther down. And that is the bear. Plus, it's just a regular bear. Some people just do this. We're shooting past. We're shooting everything we have past. So let's go down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now your breath, you're all advanced enough, but if there's some beginners, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Great. Now straight from here. I don't want to make this a big move. Shoot from right where you are. And shoot again. And shoot again. And shoot again. So we're going to do this in the hula. We're also going to do this hit, which is the same dolphin. Am I too far? Can you see me?
Oh, good.
Okay. This strike and this strike. and it comes back. So it's in and out. In and out. So that's the dolphin move. This is also the dolphin move when someone grabs your wrist. We rotate out of it. So small circle for a lot of you, right? The harder they grab, the better we are and effective we are is getting out. So let's, I also want to go over the elbow with you. We will work this into the hula, and then we'll do it on bob or the bag. I might as well show you the dolphin now. Sorry to be all over the place. That's what I'm talking about. So it's that movement downward. That is what you're really looking for. With the bear, obviously, we know we're shooting to 12 o'clock, maybe 11, maybe 1, depending on where your target is moving. So moving 12 and 1, practicing that. Okay. Pea and Naya, dolphin. I may add in some things, so pay attention. All right, here we go. Hello. Open your rib cage. Here we go. Dolphin. Feel that energy come from your elbows all the way out your fingertips. Man, I'm proud of you. Stick with it. So, Ben, stand still. Us girls always head dance, right? Keep going. Get ready now. Here's our payoff. All the way back. None of this stuff. All the way back. Singles. Four more. Look at your target. That was Hina. Now we're taking to Ku. Really, give it. Come on. Who cares what you look like? Relax, Hina. Double. Double. Fingers back. Here we go. Ku. Exhale. Exhale. Woo! Relax. Nice, Hina. Hina. Here we go. Now dolphin. Hina, dolphin. Don't stop that wave. Let your energy pass all the way through and out. Here we go. Ku. And relax, Hina. Woo! Great work. Bring it up. Here we go. And 2, we're going to go into a hella. Good work, everybody. Thanks for moving. Try to keep up. Good job. Same arm, same leg. Let's keep it simple. change it to fist, please. Change it to fist. Okay, great work. So, we're going to go over elbows now. You have the gist of the movement. You feel that energy. You feel the differences between the setup and the actual action energy. The potential coiled energy into the action focused, non-mutable energy anymore. Now you've focused it to your target. So we've got the payoff, we've got the dolphin, and also here. Now we're going to do the pulele hua. The pulele hua is the butterfly. You don't think much of it, but it's this move. The wings are coming and it's flying by. It's this move. And so when someone goes to shoot, show you an example, this thing comes back, I'm moving out of the way and I'm blocking. I'm getting out of the way. When we're working with somebody with a pulele hua, he's going to throw, it doesn't matter what arm. He's going to throw, I'm going to go, whoa, this is going to dive. I'm going to hit and bring him right here. That is the pulele hua, is the set. Here, the wings close, the shark bite, and bring them straight down. So that's what we're working on, is this move here. Letting something go by, letting it set itself up so that we can take a hold of that person's kids and grandkids, the arms and the fingers. So that is the move. So as we face Bob or your partner, Taryn, you know, you can have your partner throw anything. This even works with crowbars, hammers, you know, anything that's coming at you overhead. So instead of just parrying, we're actually coming up and bringing it down.
Okay.
And it's uncomfortably close. This is what it is, really close. It's right here, he's right here, she's right here. But that's the beauty of it, is the next option that you have to set up. So when we do this in hula, it's this, or, which is kind of love, right? And this is how they practiced when the lua was banned from the public. So you can see, this is the kalakaua. We will not learn that today. It's kind of like the chop-chop. But think of it like this. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing, only we're angling. We're angling 11, 1 o'clock, maybe 2 and 10. That's usually too far for lua. So what we're going to do now is we're going to grab our short bow. And if you don't have one, a broom works really great. You can grab your broom. This is not usually taught until the second half, maybe the last third of the ranking system. And the Ken lineage, as well as the Kaihewalu, they believed no weaponry was to be placed in any haumana or students' hands until they were proficient with their hands. The Nui Iwa lineage felt differently. They actually put weapons in the students' hands when they started. So, you know, there's just some slight difference there in the lineages and how they handled our weaponry. So pretty simple. This could also be a spear, you know, just go ahead and make some pointed ends. We all know how to use this in certain striking manners, but what if it was actually a paddle, which is similar movements is what we do. What I want you to do is I'm going to stay sideways, and the elbows again are not out, they're in. Nicely spaced, not too much, not too close. Comfortably. One hand flipped up, one palm down, and close. There's no fingers sticking out ever in Lua because we will go straight for the fingers. We won't go for the weapon. So this is becoming part of you. It's as if you're making a punch and you're so that you can actually punch. And that's what we're doing. We're punching the other person's hands. So with this, Think of go ahead and get into a fighter stance. Ours is a bow and arrow. Get ready here. And just slightly as it comes up, do a nice little paddle. And down and up. Down and up. And down. And switching sides. 1, 2. Do you notice that the butt end, the top end is on my other side? It's not the same side. Good. We're going to do 4 more. And 1, and 2, 3, and 4. Great. Switching sides now. Let's do a spear. Right from here, we are going to pretend, and this arm is going to shoot, right? This is going to pretend like we're shooting pool. It's not this type of jabbing spear. We want to do a shoot like this. So, like you're playing pool. 1, exhale, exhale, exhale. Now bring the body into it. Exhale, 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 and exhale. Good. Switching sides. Now, Nina, and exhale, and 2, and 3, and 4. Now, Ku, and 1, 2, 3, and 4. Good. Let's try now spearing downward. Instead of here or even up, which we'd have to shift our hand if we're shifting upward, which we can do. Let's do down first. So your hands, palms down, palms up. We're gonna have to switch that for this, rotate them opposite. And what you're gonna do is this is gonna come down and come back up. It's this move. Now, Hina, nice and soft, get your bearings. Inhale, exhale, hit your target. Inhale, exhale, strike. Inhale, exhale, and inhale, and exhale. Good. Now let's do Ku. Ready? Get ready. Get ready. Full body. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's do 4 more. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Switching this side. Nice, Hina. And inhale. Exhale. Let's do 4 more. And 4, and 3, and 2. And here we go. Get ready for Ku. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 more. 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Okay, good job. Relax. Go ahead and get your short bow. Relax your wrists. Go ahead and roll. Draw circles with your outer ends. That's how you know so you're not doing this. It's nice and circular. Elbows in. Just relax a moment. Good. Getting ready for a shot upward. Get ready. And nice and soft. Hina, please. 1, 2. So that front hand is really guiding where you're thrusting it with the back arms. Let's do 4 more. And 3, and 2, and 1. Good. Here we go. Ready? Ku. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Switching over. Same thing. When you work your weaponry, it's good to face all different directions. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 more. Here we go. Setting up for Ku. Inhale. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 more. And 9, and 10. Good job. Roll it out. Good job. Roll it out. Let's roll it up. Center. Roll it up. And even farther. Roll it up. Bigger circles. Good. So what we just did was the paddle up. And the Hina. The Ku and the Hina. We did the spear. we did the spear, and we did the spear. So on your partner, let's line up if you have one. I'm going to use Bob. We're going to do all those strikes. So start with straight forward, this spear right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Other side, rotate, same partner with the stick, and go. 1, do 8 of them, please. Good. Switch with the other partner, please. Other partner is going to do Hina towards their partner, so 8 on each side. I'm going to take a look. Go ahead and start. If you can, a word of advisement, don't stop at your partner. Shoot right past them. This will give us better muscle memory on the street to not start at our target. Go ahead and do 8 on each side. Okay, moving along. Want to get through all this? Go ahead and set up and hit. Everyone do about 8 on each side. And you can try Kutu. You can do Hina, whichever you wish. Other side. And then I want you to shoot down. This is important because you shoot down, and guess what? That's coming back up. You shoot down, this is coming this way. There's a lot you can do with this short bow. So go ahead and try it just really quickly, and we're going to go through a hula on this. Good job, everybody. I think we're going to get started now. Go ahead and stand up, give yourself some room. We're going to put these moves into a hula now, so we can get the man, the bottom half, and the woman, the upper half moving together. Just follow along. Woohoo, you guys look great. Want you to relax everything. Ready? Reach up. One more. Here we go. Get ready in the paddle. Four more. 3, 2, and here we go. Switching right here. And paddle. Paddle. 4 more. Last 2. Here we go. Get ready to spear. Get ready. Here we go. Yeah. 4 more, please. Good job. Woohoo! I see some of you. Get ready. We're going to spear down right here. 2 more. We're going to switch to the other side. Here we go, other side. Here we go, upward. Get ready. And strike. Switching over. Block. Ready. And. Good. Follow me, please. Getting used to your weapon, right? Intimate. Coming up. Arms out. Okay, we're gonna strike. We're gonna strike forward and up. Here we go. Hina. Beautiful. Great work, everybody. I think I'm going to go over one more strike you guys are going to love. It's that generation that I keep talking about, that waist movement, right? So as you can see, I don't care how crazy I look because it's more about being effective, right? That's really what it is. I can clean myself out afterwards. So I'm going to use Bob for this one. You know how we do that? Our uppercuts, right? Straight to the ribs. If you notice, I'm not doing this. It's this and this. This is so engaged here. So it's the same thing with this. The strike I want to show you with the short bow is holding it nice. Right here, we're not hurting ourselves here by being inflexible. Nice and loose, but we're keeping our fingers together. No break in our energy or power or mana. And it's merely this. So nice and Hina. Make sure you get it near your armpits. You don't want to hurt your own ribs. 1 and 2, and 1 and 2. Feel the generation up and out, up and out. So Hina, Ku. Okay, so you try that on your partner. Hold on, I'm losing my sarong. Go ahead and start that with your partner. Or do it in shadow boxing. Okay, great. Do you know what this is from? This is still from the street paddle almost. When they're coming up, when there was some sort of attack and people came in on the canoes, there would be warriors hiding in the water, carrying rocks, keeping their weaponry down. And as that canoe approached and they saw feet, they came up out of the water. And this is a skimming the water move. That is when they came up and they skimmed and caught whatever they could catch. So very important to keep ourselves very loose, low back, glute strength, all of that, so we can do this. So you can see you can shift the angles, but it will bounce off someone after it breaks ribs. And so just to show you a similar movement, we've got this, the skimming of the water, right? Skimming of the water, the paddling, the striking, the spearing, it's all what you just did. This, practicing, covering your spine in case something's coming from behind and you're able to take ankle shots, come all the way through. All of this is the same with this and actually quite easier. You take the baseball swing, now how we spear, the baseball swing type of movement comes down, we catch, and it goes all the way through, catching anything from behind. And there was the ma'a, which was the slingshot back in the day, highly effective. So they were always looking to ward off anything coming to them in a projectile way. So this move. Paddle up, paddle down, steer, and steer, and baseball bat. So getting to intimately know your weapon without having to look in case you have sand in your eyes or someone's thrown dirt you can't see, to know and feel this very intimately, to not take your hands off of it, but to let it slide like we do in Lua. I can't do it on myself, but it's basically the tearing of the skin to get to the meat and the bones. Same thing here. We want to know our weaponry. In the ancient times, they would name their weapon and they believed it would sleep until it was needed. So that's how much respect we need to have with whatever we work with. Does anyone have any questions about anything?
Who were those two helpers you had helping you with setup?
They came by earlier just to play. It's good for them. They're still 4-year-old crazies, you know? So they're not really equipped to learn just yet. I wish.
They look like a lot of fun though.
They are, my sweethearts. And you're a little one. What a cutie.
Mm-hmm. Again, not ready to learn just yet. More interested in just ripping anything apart that she can get her hands on. That's a start.
Well, I thank you so much for having me. If anyone has any questions, you know where to find me, Michelle Manu, Facebook, Instagram. And I'm grateful that, you know, you even thought of me in the teacher lineup.
Well, we really enjoyed all of your workshops in the past. And I noticed you've been doing some movie work. What have you been doing in the movies lately?
Well, I think the most exciting one that I'm going to be part of, I hope when everything lifts, is I get to choreograph and actually be a lead in our culture. And it's a very violent domestic violence film. And of course, it's empowering in the end. It's a great plot and end to the story. But I'm gonna, you know, it's gonna be a little bit emotional. They're gonna have a psychologist on the set the entire time because of some of the scenes. But to be able to draw from my past, not domestic violence wise, but to be able to draw that out and to choreograph the scene, and then also her response is really powerful for me to show that the Lua is alive and well after, you know, the Bishop Museum declared it lost art in 1974. And contrary to what you hear out there, you know, there are some of us practitioners that are still out there teaching. So I'm excited for this film only because it's real and it's raw. And I think it's going to be empowering, and it's an honor to show the Lua in the film. So that's one I'm excited about.
What was the name of it again?
Our culture.
Our
Letter
culture.
R.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Well, thank you for all the work that you do, and thanks for keeping the Lua alive and for sharing.
Keeper of the flame.
Yeah, you're a keeper of the flame, and I know that traditionally Lua was not shared with people outside the family. So thank you for doing that.
Well, I mean, on that note, I shouldn't be learning either, right? Half Scandinavian, mainlander woman, right? So, you know, we take the best part of our cultures, or some of us dare to, and we try to share that because it enriches all of us, including, you know, maybe drawing others closer to their own respective genealogy. And it's important to know and become even better than our parents, you know? I mean, there's this term in agriculture, hybrid vigor, and it means to become better, a better strain or combination to supersede that of its parents. And that's really our job in this lifetime, is to not dim ourselves, to know what's coming through as our purpose, and listening to those leadings and following them, trusting them regardless of what anyone has to say, because you can't please everybody. So thank you for giving me the space to do just that. I'm very grateful.
Well, thank you again very much for being here and sharing everything with us. So that's great. Thank you very much.
Well, I'm a Pono. Take care.
Okay. Thanks again, Kumu. Bye-bye.
Bye.